As we begin the month of October, a month dedicated to respect for life, I've been pondering a lot the affliction of violence that has struck our land and also our world. A few weeks ago at Notre Dame High School in Chattanooga, I spoke to the students at Mass on the 24th anniversary of 9/11. And as I was preparing to give those remarks the day before and thinking about what I would share with the students, I received word about the death of Charlie Kirk and also the high school shooting in Colorado. And memories came back to me of my time as a pastor in Nashville, when I was a pastor near Covenant School, and the shooting took place there 2 years ago that took the innocent lives of children. I remember thinking at that point that if we as a society don't do something meaningful to act to protect our children and our communities from this plague of violence, it will continue. And sadly, we did very little meaningfully to address it as a society, and sadly that violence has continued. Even today, after all of the other shootings that have taken place recently at a Catholic school in Minnesota during Mass, only last weekend, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was attacked. And so many other innocent people have been killed in violence in our country over these last several years. What strikes me is that the call to look at this has to be addressed in a couple of very important ways. The first thing is looking into our own hearts to recognize the violence that we carry. After the 9/11 attacks, when I was angry and wanted revenge, I was confronted by the gospel of that Thursday, 2 days after the events, where Jesus was saying, "Love your enemies, pray for your persecutors." At first, I did not want to preach that gospel of the day, but I knew that God was speaking to me and calling for my own conversion of heart from violence. And I believe that the true call to conversion begins in every human heart. There's so much lack of tolerance, respect for each other in our communications these days, both online and verbally. And I think that if we're going to begin to solve these problems, we have to address the violence that lives in each of our hearts. And then the second thing that we have to do is address meaningful change in our culture. What will we do to effectively change what we're doing in our world today and in our country today to help prevent future violence? So I'm inviting each and every one of you during this month of October to think about ways that we can meaningfully work together to build a world that is more respectful of human life, that gospel of life that Pope John Paul II spoke beautifully about in his encyclical letter. This, I believe, is one of the great challenges of our day. Let's pray that the Lord will help us as we move together toward a more peaceful, respectful, and just world. Thank you, and God